Hi and welcome to our class today. In this particular class, I will be taking you on table. How can we use HTML to build a table? And before we can do that, we have to start with the table tag. We open and close the table tag. And of course, you know that the table most time comprises of both rows and column. And then so let's have our first row using the tr tag. Tr tag, that is the first row. And you know, most time that first row has to do with the heading or the title of whatsoever you want to build. Let's say, okay, in this video, let's build a list of student information where we will have their serial number, their name, and we can have information like their phone number, email, or any other information we want to have. And of course, you know, the first row will definitely be the heading. So let's say the first thing we'll have, let's have the table heading, the first one to be SN, that's the serial number. And then we can proceed to have another one, another table head, still within that row. This is row 1. From here to here is row 1. So we can have something like maybe name, and then we can also proceed to have another stuff like can decide after name. Let's say we have email. Now let's see what we have on the browser so that you get the picture clearly. So I'll refresh this. Okay, so you see we have on this first row serial number, the name, the email. Now let's add phone number. Let's add phone number. So another table head. Then in this case we say phone number. Alright, let's refresh that. Always save your work. Refresh, save before you refresh. Alright, now after the heading we should start having the information, the students that we have, like student 1, student 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, providing all these information. So the next row, now being the second row, we have to leave this particular row because from line 10 to line 15 is the first row. So we have to create another row. That will be the second row. In this case, table row. And then what we'll be having within that row will no longer be table head, that's th, but rather we'll be having the table data, that is td. So we do td, and then we fill this information respectively. Since the first one was the serial number, so the first data I can give this one, and then I'll do another one, td. In this case, what do you think I should write? Yes, you are correct. It's definitely the name. So let's say the person's name is maybe Ella, and then the next table data that correspond to this will be email. So we do td, and then maybe Ella at gmail.com. Alright, then the next table data will be the phone number. So td, and then let's say last number is 123 whatsoever, 123. Alright, let's see what we have on the browser. We refresh. So you see it is well arranged so that the serial number is 1, the name is Ella, the email is ella at gmail.com, and of course the phone number is this. We can decide to have another data, but that will be in another row. So we have to create another row, table row, then begin to have series of data again. It's just repeating what we did before. So I can now give this one 2, and then I can give it another table data, and this particular table data will be the name. So in this case, let's just say Ben, somebody like Ben, and then another table data, td, for the email. So this can be Ben at gmail. Then another table data, which of course will be the phone number, so td. Then we have maybe 445 being the phone number. So let's refresh and see I expect that to come up here as the second information there. Then the email, and of course the phone number. And so I can decide to do as much as I want by just copying this and pasting. So let's copy this and paste. We have so I will change this now to what? 3. You are correct. So I can now change this guy to what? Maybe something like Sam, another information. And then the email can now be sam@gmail.com, and then change the phone number to 6745, and then refresh. You see what we have. So this is basically how to build a table using HTML, and this is actually very, very important, because in most cases you need a table to arrange your information, even when it has to do with the database. Maybe you have some sort of a block and you want to display the title from the database and any other information you want to display, or you have series of accounts of people registering for your site. So the table is actually very, very important. So this is your task for this particular video. You have to create a table with 10 rows. So like I did, I stop at 3. You have to continue down to 10. Post both your code and your browser, what is showing on your browser, on the community. We'll be waiting to access your work from there. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.